Hello. Hello to everyone who joined today's community call.
Hi, everyone.
It's the 34th community call. Wow, I can't believe 34th community call that we conduct here with Equilibrium. We do that monthly to share the latest with our projects, what's going on, what we are down for, and what we plan for the coming months. My name is Alex. I'm the CEO and co-founder with Equilibrium, and I'll let Peter introduce himself.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alex. As usual, my name is Peter. I'm a technical team manager, and nice to meet you all here. So let's get started.
Cool. Let me share my screen just real quick. Okay. So our today's agenda is primarily focused on our latest achievements and our plans for the coming couple months. And it's all about LSDs and all about stake dots. We are planning to launch our LSD portal real soon, and we give you updates on our roadmap so far. Also, we have done a few integrations with Asset Hub, Pendulum, and we have opened a few EQD pools with our partners on Moonbeam and Astar. And actually, we are planning for the new AirLyft campaign, which is going to be live real soon. So you will be exclusively hearing its details today on the call. And traditionally, we give you development updates. I guess Peter will be happy to share the latest what's going on in the development of the project. Peter, take it away. I think that's what you want to cover.
Yeah, so exciting news. We are the first parachain inside the entire ecosystem to actually integrate our tokens into the Asset Hub. So if you go there through Polkadot.js and select the palette, I don't remember the name, foreign assets or something like that. Yeah, you can see that there are only 3 foreign assets there at the moment. One is Kusama on Polkadot in State Mint, which is now known as an asset hub, and the 2 others are EQ and EQD. So we're first in line, really happy to be there. And as you know, State Mint, they're very busy building their Uniswap v2 DEX. It's been well over a year since they've been doing this, and we're waiting for this finally to happen. And once that happens, I've already talked to Joe Petrovsky. He's the guy responsible for this endeavor from the parity side. So he said like a couple more months and it should get into the next release. And then probably the trading activity and well, not the trading first. We need to gather some liquidity into the pools, but we'll definitely open up pools both for EQ and EQD, and we'll have both of our assets traded there, and hopefully Polkadot and Parity and Web3 Foundation, whoever will provide the dot side liquidity for this, for both of the pools, one for EQD and one for EQ. We still don't know how we should approach this as an ecosystem. Should it be like one by one project proposal discussed on the governments, or should be this a collective proposal? But in any case, we're moving forward in this direction, and this should really help integrations with different exchanges, as now they only need to integrate like interfaces and APIs of State Mine or State Mint, instead of connecting all of the different parachains individually. So that's it for this part on our side. I'm really excited about this, and so let's see what happens next. Yeah.
Right. It takes time to build a proper DEX. We know that. Okay, so the next topic is the fiat on-ramp and off-ramp, which is an important building block for every DeFi ecosystem, and for sure Polkadot requires that much. And Banxa is a service provider which provides robust rails for these processes to onboard users into crypto and simultaneously provide some off-ramp solutions to them. And actually, it's one of the best on-ramp off-ramp solutions to the date in the space. They've been in quite continuous conversation with the ecosystem regarding its integration with parachain projects. And here we give shout out to the Intel team. They put a lot of effort into putting together the treasury proposal, first of all, to support all these integrations. You can imagine that it takes time and certain resources, and hopefully once the proposal passes through the open GAF process, then we see this integration actually happens. So the idea that banks, like from our side, we have submitted 2 assets, like we have submitted actually, like, first of all, EQD as the main asset for integration, and we think that makes a lot of sense because EQD is a stable coin, and it's something that definitely requires certain operations from fiat and to fiat back and forth. So we are definitely looking forward to this integration, which enables the broad horizon of opportunities for EQD holders, first of all. So right now the proposal on OpenGAF is live. You can scan the QR codes if you have certain probably dots to allocate to vote aye for this proposal. Please go there and do it right away. Once the proposal passes through, there will be funding unlocked for these integrations, and we hope to see EQD integrated real soon. However, just to give you a heads up, we're currently in touch with Banxa, with the Banxa team as well, and we're working on this integration, no matter if the proposal passes through or not. So we, in case it's not passing, we will just pay for the integration and get EQD live on Banxa, and you know, enabling certain opportunities for you know, fiat's interaction with the EQD stablecoin. No, but yeah, so that's something we're currently focusing on. And again, if you support the proposal, this will make things even easier for us. So another big topic actually is our LSD portal. We have not revealed like yet all the details of that, but it's a real big update for Equilibrium. So effectively, it's the launch of entirely new products, which will be focused primarily on liquid stake derivatives on Polkadot specifically. And actually, it will expectedly breathe new life into these liquid dot wrappers issued by multiple liquid dot staking providers. We will support, of course, our own lovely EQ dot, which is the liquid dot wrapper against dot stake through Equilibrium. But besides that, we'll be supporting obviously other projects as well, respectively Akalos Els dot, Bifrost V dot, and Parallels S dot. And this will actually unlock liquidity of this liquid dot wrappers, which is currently more or less like dead weight, and you never know what you can do with these assets once you get it from these liquidity providers. And clearly this LSD initiative that we are coming up with is very helpful to stakeholders to unlock the full liquidity potential of these assets. What you actually can do, just a real quick reminder. So you can basically lock your liquid wrappers in Equilibrium's vaults and mint EQD stablecoin against that. And simultaneously with still receiving your passive income on staking dots, you will enjoy dollar liquidity in the form of EQD stablecoins, which is really exciting. In terms of roadmap, we have, as discussed previously on the previous call, we have done prototyping of the user interface, and it comes together. Really exciting, really beautiful. We will able to showcase something and reveal some details of that a bit later in the course of the next couple of weeks. Right now, we have approached the closing process. We're developing the actual technology and discussing integrations with partners. And we plan for the full-scale launch in October. So in October, the portal will go live and actually introduce a bunch of opportunities. Again, you can either stake DOT through this interface seamlessly, very conveniently, just redeem your liquid DOT sort of wrapper, and you can turn it into basically stablecoins, just mint stablecoins against these LSDs. Or you can use your existing LSD holdings like Ekalas, Bifrost, whatever, Parallel, and mint stablecoins using them. In November, we hope to kick off some, more incentive programs and potentially approach Polkadot's treasury incentives for that. And obviously, we'll continue on third-party integrations too. Peter, I think this integration is on you.
Yeah. So speaking about integrations, yet another one in our pocket. So I think it's already 14th or 15th. Yeah, we have interconnected with Pendulum, and we are adding actually this sprint their native token. It's called PEN, and it's going to be used as one of the collateral tokens for EQD, bringing the total amount of various collateral tokens you can use to more than 20 already inside Equilibrium. So you could truly diversify your portfolio if you are diligent enough. And we think PEN is going to be a nice addition to the variety we have already. So Pendulum is a relatively new project inside the ecosystem. Guys came from the Stellar ecosystem, and they're building Forex markets. For Polkadot, their parachain is all about getting access to fiat and Forex, and definitely they're also interested in the Banxa off-ramp and on-ramp, and we're happy to be integrated with them, and they are integrating EQD, so hopefully when they release their DEX or swapping service, all of the Forex pairs they're going to introduce will be tradable to EQD as well. And yeah, we continue to push EQD throughout the ecosystem as planned. So that's definitely good news. And yeah, I guess we can move forward, Alex.
Sounds good. Right. So another topic for today is more EQD pools open out there. So again, EQD, just to remind you, is the stablecoin which can be minted on the Equilibrium platform already, and you can use for minting EQD stablecoin various types of assets as collateral. It can primarily it's all the assets from Polkadot, like native dots, different LSD kind of wrappers for dots, then native Polkadot assets from other parachain projects, like different tokens whatsoever, inter-BTC and some others. So the advantage of using EQD is that you get access to dollar liquidity at competitive rates, like quite low. I mean, you can get easily like 1% APR on your EQD stablecoins that you mint against your collateral that you lock in Equilibrium. And what you actually can do is swap EQD for other assets. For example, on ArthSwap, which is a money market, an AMM DEX on Astar, you can turn your EQD into dots or into Astar tokens in respective pools. So currently, we are running liquidity incentives programs on Astar, on ArthSwaps respectively, with 50% APR on DOT to EQD pair, and 26% APR on Astar to EQD pair, respectively. And another exciting integration, which came up just recently, is integration with Beamswap. It's the AMM DEX on Moonbeam, and one of the major DEXs over there. We have opened up a stablecoin pair USDT against EQD. Both are parachain Polkadot native assets. So you can basically either swap your EQD for USDT or respectively redeem EQD for USDT if it's necessary. And moreover, you can provide funds to this pool with up to 45% APR, which is quite high. Another exciting things, we're celebrating our Beamswap integration, and thanks to our partners and their enrollments, we are kicking off the AirLyft campaign, which is going to be live soon. And basically, this is like the exclusive information on that. So the duration of the campaign will be 14 days. So you can already scan the QR code here on the slides and go learn details on that by following this link. Results will be concluded in October, later in the late October, and you actually can complete few tasks and share prize pools of 300 EQD allocated specifically for this campaign for 10 lucky winners. To participate, you need to, first of all, follow Equilibrium's and Beamswap's Twitter accounts, join both the Discord servers of this project, us and Beamswap's respectively. You need to like, comment, and tag 3 friends on the campaign announcement tweets, which is going to be live in the coming days. And swap and stake Glint, which is Beamswap's native token, swap any supported asset for EQD, and farm in the EQD USDT pool. I guess there is no specific requirements on the sizes for these operations, but you just need to do that, confirm that you have done that on chain, and basically got this experience, and then you will be eligible for participation in this contest. And here I'm giving over to Peter, who will share development updates from our side.
Yes, thank you, Alex. Definitely excited about the Beamswap campaign. Gonna use some of my EQDs there. So yeah, another month passed, another month with lots of work and interesting stuff in relation to the dev team. So as Alex said, we are really looking forward to launching the LSD hub, and there are several reasons to that. Polkadot is still one of the highest APR paying and staking venues out there if you compare it to other chains. So we should definitely piggyback off of that. So we've finished prototyping our UI and UX. Took a lot of iterations with our designers, but right now it looks like a charm, I can assure you. Can't wait to see a functioning product here. As usually, we put out the best we can do, and I still believe we have the best interfaces out there among all of the parachains. So have a look for yourself. Once it's out there, should be around the end of October, just by the time the huge amount of dots gets unlocked from the first batch of auctions. So yeah, aiming to launch it by that time. Also, I already talked about it. We've added EQ and EQD to the Asset Hub. So it took us a lot of PRs. We needed to upgrade our runtime several times. Apart from that, we've already supported the XCM v3 inside Equilibrium. It doesn't really change much right now because Polkadot hasn't migrated itself to the XCM v3, and most of the parachains haven't done it either. So, but we are ready on this front as well. And once people start migrating, we will be ready to support them out of the box. So right now, as we speak, our devs are busy, with this and other tasks of adding all of those dot wrappers Alex covered during the LSD Hub presentation slides to our parachain. That means, getting prices for them, adding their XCM configs like multi-asset, multi-location, and doing right decimals, etc. And well, lots of different stuff that needs to be done. And this is in addition to the Pendulum token we already talked about too. We've also performed some minor UI fixes, and finally, I remember people were asking me like past 2 community calls to fix the withdrawal issue with the EQ dot. We finally released it to production. I changed it. I checked it myself today. Withdrawals work, so shouldn't be an issue anymore. And hopefully, you will enjoy your user experience further. And well, that's probably it. The stuff we've been busy with this month. So yeah, today was kind of short. We managed to do it in 20 minutes. So
Nice.
yeah.
Let's go into community's questions and see what's going on here. Okay, so I would like to know about new exchange listings plans after coin delisting this year, and also would like to suggest the team to look into crypto raffle ideas. I think Equilabs is a competent team. You guys can further develop new products for Jinchir alongside the market predictions. Cool. First of all, thank you for your suggestions. We definitely take this into considerations and find out what we can do. Regarding listing plans for Jinchir, to be fully transparent, like we currently not looking into Jinchir listings at this point because it's kind of hectic to push Kusama-based projects at this point. So like we had conversation, like pretty long conversation actually with KuCoin before they delisted Jinchir to make sure that it's definitely like happening, and whether there is like some workarounds how we can avoid these delistings. However, unfortunately, we didn't come to any solution, and we decided just to stop these interactions and basically just give up on this delisting as it goes. So right now, like we are assessing the user activity with our prediction market that we recently rolled out, and after careful assessment, we come up probably with some ideas, but it will happen a bit later on. Keep up with our announcements, and we definitely will keep you posted later on. So the next questions comes from Maria. I won't keep my EQ in the ledger on Ethereum wallet until we get this on the top tier exchange. Is there any risk of losing my token by not moving to the native network? Great question. So I think you are asking about EQ tokens that you got on Ethereum. Oh, sorry, was it on Ethereum? Yes. So it's basically like tokens that you got on Ethereum breached through multi-chain breach, as I understand. So what I suggest is actually to go to Gate.io, which supports deposits in ERC20 tokens and withdrawals in native tokens on our parachain, and through this kind of simple operations, just depositing and withdrawal, you get the native EQ tokens in your wallet. So right now, Ledger doesn't support EQ natively, but we have the application that we have developed for these cases, and this application can be installed. It requires a little bit of legwork, but we have released some user manual how you exactly can do that. So I would ask my colleagues here to drop a link to these tweets that we have posted recently from our EQ Lab account, which actually has linked to to the user manual how you can install this application on your ledger. And if you do that, you will be able to interact with our parachain from ledger and store your EQ tokens safely on the hardware wallet.
I gotta add here something. Yeah, since it's not a listed app, it's only supported by Ledger Nano S and not the Nano X device. So be careful here. Otherwise, as long as Gate.io supports both ERC20 and native tokens, you're good to go, since you can use Gate.io as a bridge between Equilibrium and Ethereum. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. Again, the question was about like security and so on and so forth. I frankly don't know how long Gate.io will be supporting ERC20 withdrawals and deposits, because we have deprecated ERC20 tokens. And by the way, here is also heads up to the community. So if you want to make sure that your assets are safe, please do this transaction through Gate.io ASAP and just get native representation, like native EQ tokens on our parachain. Junio is asking the following question. So EQ trading volumes are pretty low on Gate.io. Will EQ be delisted like GANs on KuCoin? So look, we are in pretty close connection with Gate.io. We quite often talk to each other, and so far we don't have any, even like, you know, some kind of reasons to think that they will be delisting EQ tokens. So far, it's going pretty okay. So this works fine. So the next question, also, where can I get USDT? I need it to repay my liabilities on EOS and withdraw my funds. Great question. So look, here's the thing. We actually stopped supporting USDT because there's literally nothing going on. And we have published that there is a dedicated group on Telegram, I believe, which where you can find information. So we have posted the user manual how you can interact with smart contracts to withdraw your funds from USDT smart contracts. So what would I suggest? Like, if you don't have USDT to repay your liabilities, you might interact with other community members and ask for some OTC trade for that. I think this is like the easiest way to get USDT, because there are some USDT out there for sure, and potentially like you might get them through OTC. Another option, you can take a look at Udex. I think they're still up and running and offering USDT pairs, and potentially you might try to acquire some USDT from this exchange. If both ways don't work out on your side, like in this case, reach out to us. We probably will figure out something. Engine Shearer, Joshua is asking, Engine Shearer, I can only withdraw the same amount that I bet, even if I win. Why so?
Because no one else participates.
Yeah, so basically there is nobody on another side, unfortunately. But you can bring your friends aboard. So if you bring your friends, you might probably bet one against other, depending on like what's the situation, and potentially you might either win from your friends or lose to your friends, which is also good. Like, it's still funds circulating in the same perimeter, which is good. I'm joking. A question from our user. Hello, do you have a plan to upgrade and improve EQ? It seems that the Polkadot network doesn't have updates, unlike other competing networks.
Well, there is an update functionality, and it acts through the governance. It's a standard process where you have a runtime update, and you put up like a discussion, then you put up a proposal, then 2 weeks pass and the automatic code update happens. So there is an update functionality, and we already talked about that. We're currently building a new product in relation to, well, we want to reimagine how people envision EQD and staking collateral for EQD and minting the native stablecoin of Polkadot. And this will be our new product. We won't require the runtime upgrade for this because fortunately everything runs smoothly as intended from the very beginning. Portfolios work, over collateralization works, insurance works. We're just adding a new set of tokens which will be used as collateral for EQD and doing some UX magic so our users can experience this new product from a slightly different angle.
Right, makes sense. Okay, cool. Another question. I have seen Jinchiro on Kraken blog posts. It's enabled to be deposited but not tradable yet. Yes, we also saw this blog post by Kraken, and right now apparently it's like, how is it called? Like provisional listing, or what is it? Like, I mean, effectively they have not opened Jinchiro trading, so like I don't have that much to say here.
Let's spam Kraken together. I do it every day, and I spam their Element channel, and you guys can join in, spam their Twitter, and write angry messages, and we can do it together. Yeah,
we can break through. Okay, when mobile supports on Nova wallets? Great question.
Well, I believe ever since Nova got over 1 million in grants from the Polkadot treasury, now they won't ask money from us and finally add our parachain. So yeah, why not? I'll ping them on the social media channels, and we'll see what they have to say.
Right. So I think probably they have quite a bunch of stuff on their plates these days, though, thanks to these grants. So they probably busy. It's another theory. But anyways, okay. Any other questions, guys? I see 39 participants today on the call. But I guess we addressed all the questions in the questionnaire section. I don't see any more questions here. Does it happen we have answered everything and we have wrapped up in 34 minutes?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay, guys, the last chance to ask something before we wrap up. Okay, yeah. So look, we are very much excited about our LSD developments. We're sure that it will have certain impacts on the Polkadot ecosystem. So hopefully we can capture somewhat decent amounts of dots being unlocked during October events when the major parachain slots will expire and there will be massive dot unlock. So hopefully some of these dots will just flow into our liquid dot staking or liquid dot staking by our partners, and then these stakeholders will be interested in participating in the EQD stablecoin, minting them on our side. Anyways, like this is something we're currently working on, and I guess having a robust LSD products in the ecosystem is at paramount importance. And I mean, at least in the healthy ecosystems, it's what's going on right now. Like if you look at Libra on Ethereum, it's progressing, and I guess there are even more initiatives, maybe less known, but they're kicking in and trying to capture their share on the market. So the same we do. We have like few ideas of how to expand that beyond just the boundaries of the Polkadot ecosystem. So right now we decided to focus and start things off with the Polkadot based LSDs, but who knows? So probably we'll expand at some point, and there will be even more exciting things to come, which definitely will impact our ecosystem around Equilibrium for good. We're pretty confident in first of all in kind of in demand for this type of products, and we're pretty confident in the quality of what we're doing, which is always great. Yeah, so I think this is pretty much it what's from our sides on this 34th community call. We thank everyone for attending. It was pretty short, but hopefully informative for everyone who participated. And yeah, look forward to come together at the same place at the same time in 1 month from now, and probably we'll also conduct some AMA sessions in between, just to inform you on our LSD hub developments, because we want to keep our community in the loop of that and make sure that everyone's aware of what's going on, where we are, and why it actually matters for our users and for the community overall. So there will be like certain related campaigns which will also start off in the coming weeks. So right now we're planning everything carefully, and we need to make sure that we launch this LSD hub right. Potentially, like there will be also some events which will have certain inputs on our EQ token holders. We considering like few scenarios, and this definitely will. Anyways, like everything what's going on will definitely help to improve our token economy and everything what's going on around Equilibrium, and that will overall make the overall environments around Equilibrium healthier. Thanks very much. Without further ado, let us say goodbye, and yeah, until next month. See you in October. Izzy, you're on mute, just in case. If you wanted to say something, you need to unmute yourself.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to thank everyone, and yeah, also say goodbye till the next time. Yeah, and hopefully by the time we have a call next time, you will see our new awesome products. Yeah.
Amazing. Cool stuff. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.